It's Laura Eubanks,
And Annie Schreck from Mountain Crest Gardens.
and it's another installment of Cold Hardy Love for you folks. We are in the sedum house now, which is like a tapestry of succulents that is absolutely mind-blowing. Annie,
Yeah.
tell me what's happening in here.
Well, we can walk this aisle. It's all of our frost hardy sedum. And right now we're in the mother stock. So a lot of what we sell are in these 2-inch pots like this sedum Himalayan Skies. But before that, for sedum, we grow these large mats. And these ones are actually rooted plugs. There are 72 plugs per tray. And they're growing happily in these carpets as sedum does. So it's really easy for us to take clippings from these and propagate them. This one up here is a super cute, delicate little leafed one, and it's actually native to the southeastern US, like Georgia and things. We don't have too many native sedums out here, but Origanum organense, Laxum, Sedum spathulifolium, we have all of these on the west coast, but there's one over on the east.
And this is it. And
Yeah,
these,
Sedum nevii.
these blue corrugated cardboards are to keep things separate. Huh?
Absolutely. This
Oh,
is
that's
kind of a
funny.
new realization for us that we needed these because sedum likes to spread. It's a ground cover, and it used to do that within these trays, and they would get mixed and combined. So now they're fully divided.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've always known this. This is called sedum voodoo. Is it like dragon's blood?
Absolutely. We'll see dragon's blood and bronze, and a lot of those red-green spuriums do look pretty similar.
Yeah, the spuriums. And
So here's dragon's blood.
Do you sell the plugs, or do you just sell the bigger, like the 2-inch and up?
So we do have plug trays of hardy succulents that are mixed. So you can sometimes get one that's sedum and semps, others that are just sedum. But that's it is seasonal with those.
Seasonal trays. That might be a
Yeah.
really good way to go. More bang for your buck.
Yes, for landscaping, it means less plastic waste from all the 2-inch pots. And they're just so easy to literally plug into a landscape. So this is a Dasyphilum minor.
Dasyphilum minor.
Tiny.
That is, wow, that is precious.
And do you know turquoise tails?
Wow.
It's like a bigger version of blue spruce.
Blue spruce, yeah,
Yeah.
but bigger, tougher. I like that.
Yeah, real meaty boy.
I like that. Now is this sedum Vera Higgins, or
Uh,
Vera Jameson rather?
It's dwarf autumn, so Sieboldia nana.
I have this growing in my lemon tree pot, and it just dies back and comes back every year. It's the only sedum that I have that does that.
Yeah, a number of these stemmed sedum, I think of them as border plants. They are deciduous essentially. They'll die
Yeah.
back all the above ground in the winter and then sprout back in the spring.
There you go.
Yeah.
So don't give up, people.
Yeah, it might come back.
Might come back. Is this blue spruce?
This is silver, which is pretty
Silver.
similar. We'll pass some blue spruce up ahead.
Gosh, it's crazy. Just the varieties.
Right?
But you know, I did a long time ago on a project in Escondido. I did a tapestry
Yeah.
with sedum and like a
Oh.
carpet, a
Cool.
ground cover carpet, which was stunning but not sustainable in Escondido. Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
only did the one, but it would work up here. And you know, this is what these want to do. They want to intermingle
Yeah.
and marry each other.
And, you know, I've really learned from you that rock gardening needs to be like 50% rocks, lots of rocks. And so
Yes.
when I plant sedum out there, I end up doing a lot of culling and pulling back just to expose more rocks and keep it interesting. They're really happy to spread and just keep going.
Oh, it's so exciting. I've got this area in my yard in the front. It's a big circle. And we've got a ponderosa in the middle of it that needs to go. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
ugly. But it's the perfect place. I have a giant root, like a tree stump root thing out in the backyard that we want to put in there.
Okay.
On a mound with a bunch of rock, and then
Yeah.
just sedum it and puntia it and do a display garden of sorts
Oh,
in the front yard.
gosh.
I'm so excited. I would do it right now if I had the time.
I love it. Even on
It's
vacation, we
pretty.
can't keep you from
Oh, no,
succulent
no,
landscaping.
I'm so inspired.
One thing you could grab out here, we have, I always mix up these two pronunciations, serpentine, serpentine, but serpentine soils, and so they're these great green rocks because they have a lot of olivine in them.
Ooh.
So they like fit perfectly with the landscape because they're our native geology.
Where
but they're
are
also
these?
beautiful.
Where do you get them?
Well, so we're up here in like the Klamath Mountains and the Siskiyous, and they're kind of, that's, you know, up at elevation. That's what we have.
So I can
you find them on your property, maybe?
I was going to say I can just go get some. That's from right off of my back 40. I love it.
Yeah, if you've got land out here.
When we did the installation 4 years ago, we pulled rock from a big pile out in the back.
Oh yes, for the purples.
Yes, the purples. They're
Aren't
just
they
stunning.
incredible?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. This is another of the kind of delicate, frost hardy, but just some of the sedum want a little more shade and a little more water. You know, your Angelina can handle a lot of sun and a lot of heat, at least relative. And then for people who don't have so much sun, or maybe it's near something that's already getting irrigated regularly, there are other sedum that are a little more sensitive and like that.
Mm-hmm. And you'll learn, people.
Yeah.
Give them all a try and see what works.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Another chunky, beady
yes.
one.
Album.
So
I love
satisfying.
This.
Yeah.
Many of you remember Roberto, the succulent alligator. Back in the early days of me doing this, when I was experimenting with the moss and glue, I got an alligator frame, and I put, succulents all over it, and these sedums basically covered the back of the alligator.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so this reminds me, I would buy these flats from what was Miramar Wholesale Nursery. It's now, what is it now? No, it was the Village. Yeah. And I would just cut tops and glue them on meticulously onto Roberto.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sedum's always, my go-to recommendation for people doing more vertical projects like that. Do you do walls sometimes?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. But we plant in a medium of sphagnum moss, not soil.
Okay.
And we just glue them on.
Nice.
And depending, I probably have 10 that I maintain on a regular basis for clients.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a microcosm. It's a way to get that designer landscape in a very small space.
Yeah.
And I really encourage vertical planting for those of you that might be a little limited or that may not be able to bend.
Yes. And the thing about that, I really like, because so many succulents are pretty small, at least the ones that we can grow in this climate.
Yeah.
So getting them up to eye level, they do get more appreciation and more love.
They get more appreciation, and the critters aren't as likely to feast on
Yeah.
them too. Oh, this color is magnificent.
Yeah.
Tokyo Sun.
Yeah.
Ooh, what in the world do we have here?
So now we're into a tender sedum, but this is Shooting Stars. I think it's an Altman hybrid.
Shooting Stars.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never seen this before, and I like it.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's a tender one though. It's not cold hardy. And just like the kiwis, look at these. Some things over here too we know are very frost tender.
Yes, now we're getting into a soft succulent section.
Wow. Oh, look at this Portulacaria. This is so cute. Mediopicta. Love that.
Have you talked to Tom about the comfort plant?
Yes, Tom
Stick it over
Jesh
here.
and his Plectranthus, his comfort plant.
Yeah.
So cool.
You can see it's wanting to spread into the whole frame.
It's wanting to comfort everyone.
It's a little hug.
Everywhere. Give it a little hug. Yeah, this is very cool.
Right. I love that
It
menthol.
smells so good.
Yeah.
Some of this can smell like stinkweed, but this particular variety smells really comforting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Annie.
I've been steeping it into tea, and it's lovely.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
And what are these?
Ooh, this is another fun. We were talking about how we are thrifty here. We try to reuse everything. So our sister nursery grows conifer seedlings for reforestation. And these are styrofoam plugs. So this whole bit would be the roots of a little conifer seedling. And you can see them out there growing.
Wow.
That's a forest to be for
Yes.
replanting in timber harvested areas and after fire. But these the plug trays that they come in start to break down, and you can't keep planting them forever. So we use them to elevate our frames.
Oh yeah, you can see under there, Greg. See?
Yeah, so we try to get things up to a working height. Back problems are huge in horticulture, and we want everything to be at a nice ergonomic height for people. So that's what the styrofoam's for.
And there's some more of that blue and yellow sticky tape over there that you guys were wondering about.
Yes, we
That's
are
to collect insects.
Inadvertently supportive of Ukraine here with our pest maintenance
Yes,
treatment.
yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love it, I love it. So this is just a absolutely mind-boggling operation here.
Thank
and
you.
How many plants would you say that you ship out every week?
Oh my gosh, that's another one that varies a
Varies with the
lot.
time
Yeah,
of
I'm sorry to
year.
not give a specific answer,
No,
but
that's all right.
but we are doing over 1,000 different types each year, and so that's been something we're very proud of.
And in the last 4 years, since I was here doing the installation, this nursery has grown by, what did Matt say, like 800%?
Yeah,
In
we're
the
growing and
pandemic,
learning.
Everybody, wanted to get into these plants, and Mountain Crest was poised to offer. And they are growing and they are learning, and it is a struggle, but yet the quality never suffers. So there's just something to be said for that.
And you too. I wanted to congratulate you on 100,000 subscribers.
thank
It is
you.
very well deserved.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you guys for hanging in there with me. And I mean, through it all, right? You have been saints of patience. How long did it take us just to get a mic?
Woo!
4, 5, 6 years. You begged me, and I just thought it was too complicated. But here we are,
Yeah.
fully mic'd thanks to you. So thank you guys so much for all the wonderful comments, for all the support. I want to thank Annie for taking her time to show us around this amazing operation. And if you'd like to check out Mountain Crest Gardens, I recommend that you do so. This has been Laura Eubanks
And Annie Schreck.
from Mountain Crest and Design for Serenity with your succulent, cold hardy tip of the day. Bye guys.